Life will throw challenges at you. People will try to test you. Situations will push you to your limits. But the secret to true power is not reacting to everything around you. It's mastering the art of calm, composure, and self-control. Acting as if nothing affects you is not about being cold. It's about being unshakable. When you show that external chaos does not control your emotions, you demonstrate a level of strength that cannot be ignored. You stop giving energy to negativity, criticism, or unnecessary drama. Instead, you move with clarity, make decisions from a place of power, and allow your actions to define your worth, not the opinions or chaos around you. This is how legends are built, not by reacting, but by acting deliberately. Not by chasing approval, but by embodying self-assurance. Not by letting challenges shake you, but by rising above them with poise. When you act as if nothing affects you, you reclaim control over your mind, your energy, and your life. Emotional mastery is the foundation of true power. It's not about suppressing your feelings or pretending you don't care. It's about understanding them, controlling them, and refusing to let them control you. Life will test your patience, push your limits, and present situations that could trigger anger, fear, or frustration. But the people who succeed, who rise above, and who leave a lasting impact are the ones who refuse to be ruled by fleeting emotions. Mastering your emotions means recognizing the difference between what deserves a reaction and what does not. It's about choosing calm over chaos, clarity over confusion, and strategy over impulse. When you act from a place of emotional mastery, you are not easily manipulated or distracted by the noise around you. You create a mental shield that allows you to stay focused on your goals, while others waste energy reacting to situations that ultimately do not matter. Emotional mastery also requires self-awareness. You must know what triggers you, understand why it triggers you, and have the strength to pause before responding. This pause is where power resides. The ability to take a breath, analyze the situation, and choose the response that serves your long-term vision rather than momentary satisfaction. It's in this silence, in this controlled stillness, that you build authority over yourself and, in turn, over your environment. Those who master their emotions radiate an energy that cannot be shaken. Others may try to provoke, challenge, or unsettle them, but it simply bounces off. Emotional mastery is also contagious. It influences people around you, commands respect, and allows you to lead from a position of strength. It is the difference between reacting to life and creating life on your own terms. The difference between being pushed around by circumstances and standing tall as the author of your own story. Focusing on what truly matters is the secret to rising above distractions, drama, and unnecessary noise. Life will constantly try to pull you in multiple directions. Opinions, gossip, conflicts, or irrelevant tasks. But those who achieve greatness understand that energy is finite, and where you place it determines the results you get. Focusing on what matters means identifying what aligns with your vision, your purpose, and your long-term goals, and committing yourself fully to it without hesitation. It begins with clarity. You must know what deserves your attention and what does not. This is where priorities are set, where trivial matters are filtered out, and where your actions start to reflect intentionality rather than reaction. Every minute, every decision, every effort invested in what truly matters compounds over time into results, growth, and success. Conversely, allowing distractions to dominate your mind wastes energy and keeps you trapped in cycles of frustration and stagnation. Focusing on what matters also requires discipline. It's easy to get drawn into arguments, to respond to negativity, or to worry about what others think. But the strong, unshakable, silent achievers understand that not everything demands a reaction. They save their energy for their dreams, for building their skills, for improving themselves, and for making a difference. That selective focus becomes a superpower, allowing them to accomplish in months what others cannot achieve in years. This focus is not just external, it's internal too. It requires mental toughness to let go of distractions, comparisons, and unnecessary expectations. It demands that you trust your path, trust your timing, and trust yourself. When you focus on what matters, you move with precision, purpose, and confidence, creating a life that reflects your values, your ambitions, and your unshakable determination. C. Confidence and composure is the mark of true strength. It's the ability to remain unshaken, poised and graceful, even when life tries to test you at every turn. True confidence does not need loud words, constant validation, or dramatic displays. It radiates quietly from someone who knows their worth, trusts their judgment, and moves with intention. Composure is the armor that protects your inner power, allowing you to act decisively without being influenced by chaos around you. Maintaining composure requires mastery over your emotions. When challenges arise, when criticism comes your way, or when situations threaten to destabilize your peace, composure keeps you grounded. It's the pause between impulse and action, the moment where you choose clarity over reaction, strategy over instinct. This pause is where confidence manifests, not in the noise you make, but in the control you exercise over yourself and your environment. Confidence in composure also influences how others perceive you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude calm assurance because it signals strength, intelligence, and stability. When you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, you gain respect and authority without uttering a single word. Composure communicates that you are in command of yourself, your energy, and your destiny, making it impossible for anyone to rattle you or take advantage of your space. This skill is not innate, it is cultivated through experience, self-awareness, and intentional practice. It involves consistently reminding yourself that your value is not defined by external events, and that your power lies in your ability to stay present, steady, and unwavering. Confidence in composure allows you to navigate any situation with grace, maintain clarity in decision-making, and inspire trust in everyone around you, establishing a presence that cannot be ignored or undermined. The power of observation is one of the most underrated yet formidable tools for personal and professional success. It is the ability to watch, analyze, and understand the world around you without immediately reacting. Observation allows you to see patterns, anticipate challenges, and gain insight into people and situations that others miss because they are too busy speaking, arguing, or reacting emotionally. Those who master observation move with intention rather than impulse, making choices that lead to results, while others remain trapped in chaos. Observation is more than just seeing. It is noticing the subtle cues, the unspoken dynamics, and the underlying motivations that govern behavior. It requires patience, focus, and a willingness to stay silent while others rush to be heard. In doing so, you gather knowledge and perspective that become your secret advantage. You learn when to act, when to wait, and when to redirect your energy for maximum impact. The power of observation also enhances emotional intelligence. By carefully watching how people behave, respond, and interact, you gain a deep understanding of human nature. This allows you to navigate difficult situations with finesse, respond with strategy instead of emotion, and influence outcomes without confrontation. Observation equips you to identify opportunities that are invisible to those who are distracted or reactive, giving you an edge in every aspect of life. Cultivating this power requires discipline and mindfulness. It means resisting the urge to immediately share your opinion or react to every stimulus. It means valuing insight over impulsiveness, learning over talking, and clarity over chaos. When you harness the power of observation, you not only strengthen your ability to act wisely, but you also create an aura of confidence and intelligence that commands respect and opens doors that words alone cannot. Silent strength is the power that comes from within, the kind of force that doesn't need to announce itself to be felt. It's the quiet assurance that you are capable, resilient, and unshakable, even in the face of challenges, criticism, or chaos. Those who rely on noise, words, or validation to prove their power are often fragile, but true strength is measured by what you can accomplish without drawing attention to yourself. It's in the stillness that real influence grows. Silent strength begins with self-awareness. It's understanding your limits, acknowledging your abilities, and trusting that you have the capacity to handle whatever comes your way. This self-trust allows you to remain calm when others panic, composed when others react impulsively, and confident when others doubt. Your energy does not need to compete. It simply exists with certainty, and that certainty is magnetic. This strength also requires patience and restraint. It's the ability to resist reacting to provocation, to ignore unnecessary drama, and to focus solely on your purpose. Every time you choose calm over chaos, every time you prioritize action over reaction, you build a reservoir of power that others cannot touch. People are naturally drawn to those who exude this kind of quiet confidence because it signals stability, intelligence, and authority without demanding attention. Silent strength is not passive. It's active in the most strategic way. It shows in the decisions you make, the boundaries you enforce, and the way you move through life with intentionality. It is reflected in your ability to observe, adapt, and execute without being swayed by external pressures. This form of strength is enduring because it does not depend on circumstances or the opinions of others. It is anchored deep within, making you resilient, unstoppable, and undeniably influential. Avoiding overthinking is one of the most powerful tools to maintain control, clarity, and momentum in life. Overthinking is a thief of energy, focus, and confidence. It keeps you trapped in loops of doubt, second-guessing, and fear, preventing action and growth. Those who achieve greatness understand that clarity and decisiveness come not from endless rumination, but from trusting themselves and moving forward with confidence. Overthinking often stems from a desire to control outcomes or anticipate every possible scenario. But the truth is, life cannot be fully predicted or controlled. By fixating on what-ifs and maybes, you waste the precious energy that could be invested in taking meaningful action. Learning to avoid overthinking means acknowledging uncertainty without letting it paralyze you. It is a mindset that embraces calculated risks, trusting that your instincts and preparation will guide you even when the path is unclear. Avoiding overthinking also strengthens decision-making. When you act decisively, you build momentum, confidence, and credibility. Hesitation creates doubt in your mind and invites unnecessary stress. Those who act with purpose, even imperfectly, gain the experience, insight, and results that overthinkers can only imagine. Silence and stillness give your mind clarity, but prolonged rumination clouds judgment. By controlling your thoughts, you preserve your energy, maintain focus, and make choices that align with your goals rather than your fears. This practice requires discipline and self-awareness. It involves recognizing when your mind is spiraling, gently redirecting your focus, and committing to action even when every detail is not perfectly certain. Avoiding overthinking doesn't mean ignoring caution. It means balancing preparation with confidence and choosing movement over stagnation. When you master this, you free yourself from more mental chaos, stay grounded in purpose, and approach life with a calm, deliberate, and unstoppable energy that others notice and respect. Boundaries of energy are the invisible lines that protect your focus, peace, and productivity. Every person has a finite amount of energy, attention, and emotional bandwidth, and how you allocate it determines the quality of your life, relationships, and achievements. Establishing strong boundaries means recognizing what deserves your energy and what drains it, and making deliberate choices to prioritize what aligns with your goals and values. Setting energy boundaries begins with self-awareness. You must understand your triggers, your limits, and the environments that enhance or deplete your energy. Not every situation or person deserves access to your mental and emotional resources. By being selective about where you invest your energy, you prevent burnout, reduce stress, and create space for growth, creativity, and meaningful accomplishments. Boundaries act as a protective shield that allows you to operate at your highest potential without being pulled into unnecessary conflicts or distractions. Boundaries of energy also empower you to focus on what truly matters. They give you the strength to say no to things that do not serve your purpose and yes to opportunities that fuel your growth. By maintaining these boundaries, you cultivate a life where your time, attention, and effort are not wasted on negativity, drama, or low-priority tasks. You begin to value yourself and your energy, and in doing so, others start respecting it as well. Rising above criticism is one of the defining traits of unstoppable individuals. Criticism, whether constructive or malicious, is inevitable in life. People will judge your choices, question your actions, and sometimes try to diminish your achievements. But the key to true power is not in reacting to every opinion thrown your way. It is in maintaining your focus, composure, and confidence regardless of external voices. When you rise above criticism, you recognize that the opinions of others do not define your worth or capabilities. Some criticism comes from misunderstanding, envy, or insecurity, and giving it weight only distracts you from your purpose. Others may have valuable insight, but even then, discernment is required to separate feedback that helps from feedback that hinders. Learning to process criticism without losing your center is a skill that strengthens resilience, sharpens decision-making, and builds inner authority. Rising above criticism also means cultivating a mindset of self-trust. When you know your value and have clarity about your goals, the negative comments of others no longer shake you. Instead, you use them as a mirror for reflection or simply let them pass without attachment. This does not imply arrogance or ignorance. It implies wisdom and control. By choosing where to focus your energy, you preserve your peace, strengthen your resolve, and continue advancing toward your vision without unnecessary distractions. This ability transforms the way others perceive you as well. People notice those who remain unshaken in the face of judgment, who do not retaliate or seek validation, but who continue to act decisively and gracefully. Criticism loses its power against a confident, composed, and focused individual. Rising above it becomes a silent declaration of self-mastery, proving that you are guided by purpose, not by the fleeting opinions of he crowd. Deliberate action is the hallmark of someone who is unshakable, confident, and unstoppable. It's not just about doing things, it's about doing the right things with precision, intention, and purpose. Life is full of distractions, opinions, and noise, but those who act deliberately cut through the chaos. Every step, every decision, and every effort is aligned with their goals, values, and vision. This is what separates those who drift through life from those who leave a mark on the world. Taking deliberate action requires clarity and focus. You must know what matters most, understand the long-term impact of your choices, and commit to actions that move you closer to your purpose. Impulsive reactions, emotional decisions, or half-hearted efforts waste energy and create inconsistency. But deliberate action transforms thought into measurable progress. It is a practice of intentionality, of being fully present in every moment, knowing why you are doing what you do, and trusting yourself to execute with excellence. Deliberate action also demands courage. It means taking steps even when outcomes are uncertain, challenges are inevitable, and criticism is unavoidable. It is the confidence to move forward without being paralyzed by fear or overanalysis. When you act deliberately, you set the tone for your life. You refuse to be controlled by circumstances or opinions, and instead, you create the life you envision with purpose and precision. Consistency amplifies the power of deliberate action. Small, intentional steps compounded over time create momentum, mastery, and results. Those who master this skill do not wait for permission, validation, or ideal conditions. They act where they are with what they have, knowing that deliberate movement is far more powerful than reactive motion. This approach establishes authority, builds respect, and demonstrates that true strengths It is not in talking about plans, but in quietly executing them with unwavering resolve. Unshakable presence is the culmination of all the inner work you do, the silent strength, emotional mastery, focus, and deliberate action that together create a person who cannot be ignored, unsettled, or undermined. It is the energy you carry into every room, every conversation, and every situation, signaling confidence, control, and authenticity without having to say a single word. This presence is magnetic. It draws respect, trust, and opportunity because people sense that you are grounded in your worth and unwavering in your path. Building an unshakable presence starts with self-awareness. You understand who you are, what you stand for, and what you will not compromise. You carry yourself with poise and confidence because you have cultivated it internally, not because you seek validation externally. Every gesture, every word, and every decision reflects the strength of your foundation. People are naturally influenced by those who radiate stability because it inspires security, admiration, and a sense of alignment with power that does not need to shout to be heard. This presence also requires the courage to be consistent and authentic. You do not bend to fit expectations, manipulate appearances, or react to every provocation. Instead, you remain steady, composed, and deliberate in your actions. By maintaining this energy, you command attention and respect, not through force or drama, but through the quiet authority of someone who knows their value and refuses to be shaken by circumstances or opinions. Unshakable presence is amplified by how you handle adversity. When challenges arise, instead of panicking, reacting impulsively, or seeking approval, you maintain clarity, focus, and determination. Your calm in the storm is a testament to your inner power, and it communicates to the world that you are not only capable of handling difficulty, but you thrive in it. His presence becomes a beacon, influencing others, shaping outcomes, and demonstrating that true power is silent, steady, and undeniable. Harnessing your inner calm is the secret weapon of those who succeed effortlessly while others are distracted, stressed, or reactive. Calmness is not passive. It is an active state of strength, clarity, and control that allows you to navigate life with precision, purpose, and resilience. It is the foundation upon which silent strength, emotional mastery, and unshakable presence are built. When you cultivate this inner calm, you are able to act decisively, think clearly, and maintain composure even when chaos surrounds you. Inner calm begins with self-awareness and mindfulness. It requires understanding your triggers, recognizing stress before it escalates, and intentionally grounding yourself in the present moment. Those who master this skill do not allow external pressures to dictate their emotional state. Instead, they create a mental sanctuary, a space where logic, clarity, and confidence take precedence over fear, doubt, or panic. This calm gives you the ability to observe without judgment, act without impulsivity, and respond with strength rather than reaction. Harnessing inner calm also enhances resilience. Life will inevitably present challenges, criticism, and unexpected turns, but calmness allows you to approach these obstacles strategically rather than emotionally. It transforms potential panic into problem-solving, frustration into focus, and distraction into direction. People who exude calm in difficult situations not only make better decisions but also inspire trust, loyalty, and admiration from those around them. Impact because they are executed from a space of clarity. Harnessing your inner calm is the Saratayas. This calm becomes a source of power that others cannot easily disrupt. When everyone else is reacting, arguing, or seeking validation, you move silently, deliberately, and purposefully. Your decisions carry weight because they are measured. Your presence commands respect because it is steady, and your actions leave impact because they are executed from a space of clarity. Harnessing your inner calm is the ultimate mastery of self, an unshakable energy that allows you to rise above chaos, focus on what truly matters, and achieve results that speak louder than any words could. Owning your decisions is the mark of someone who is truly empowered, confident, and in control of their life. Every choice you make, whether big or small, shapes the direction of your journey. To own your decisions means to take full responsibility for the outcomes, both successes and failures, without shifting blame, making excuses, or seeking constant validation from others. It is a declaration of self-respect, accountability, and maturity that demonstrates you are the author of your own story. Owning your decisions begins with clarity and self-trust. You must know your values, understand your goals, and commit to your vision even when the path is uncertain. Every decision should be intentional, not reactive. It is the difference between drifting through life and steering your own course. When you trust your judgment and take responsibility for the choices you make, you cultivate a sense of authority and confidence that cannot be shaken by external opinions or setbacks. This practice also requires courage. Some decisions will be difficult, unpopular, or even intimidating. Others may carry risk or uncertainty, yet the empowered individual does not hesitate or defer responsibility. They analyze, reflect, and choose with conviction, knowing that action, guided by intention and awareness, is far more powerful than inaction. Owning your decisions transforms fear into empowerment, doubt into determination, and hesitation into momentum. Furthermore, owning your decisions sets a powerful example for others. It shows that you are accountable, reliable, and fully present in your life. People are naturally drawn to those who take responsibility because it signals strength, integrity, and authenticity. Even when outcomes are not perfect, the act of taking ownership demonstrates resilience and maturity, creating a foundation for growth, learning, and lasting success. By fully embracing your decisions, you cultivate freedom, the freedom to shape your life according to your vision, the freedom to learn and evolve, and the freedom to command respect without demanding it. Ownership turns every experience, challenge, and opportunity into a building block for the life you are intentionally creating.